What up to Living Like a G? I just want to say this industry is weird, dude. Like weird. I don't know if you've seen that video that's been going around on TikTok that this guy's talking about the industry and how he would see artists, labels would start to put artists on and they'd be in the studio and then all of a sudden like things started to get a little funny, like the labels would bring people in to watch them or see what they could get away with, like, and I don't know how legit on what he's talking about is, but he was like, dude, I've even seen like stylists come in and then the stylist is rubbing up on the artist and the artist is like, whoa, okay, like, yeah, someone's rubbing up on me, that's cool, whatever. But then the artist doesn't say anything, right? So then in the label's mind, they're like, okay, they let that slide. Let's see what else they'd let slide. And then it just gets deeper and deeper to where now the label has more than just financial leverage over you. They've got social leverage over you and all these different things. And, the industry is very dark. Very dark. I don't think I ever really talk about anything serious on here, which I won't keep it too serious, but the industry is very dark. I mean, you get all these young people running through the industry, even like somebody like Bieber, he's running through the industry, and there's a reason why he gets so emotional about somebody like Billie Eilish, because he wants to, what he said, protect her from what's going on, and that's the case. Like, there is a lot of dark, creepy, weird stuff. I mean, you get all these people in the industry that are dealing with so much trauma. I mean, so much trauma. And then they're trying to make money off of their trauma. That's effed up. It is. And I'm one of those people, like, I'm trying to, like, ride my parents' divorce out till money-wise, I make enough money to forget about it. Like, it's legit. That is how it goes. And that's super effed up, and I get it. But you get people with even worse traumas than, what I have, which is like, they've been abused in some way or whatever. And you just get this industry of just really dark, twisted people. And the thing about darkness is darkness clings to other darkness, right? It doesn't like light. So when light comes in, it's either going to smother the light so that it goes back to darkness, or it's going to cling to other shadows to make a larger darkness. And you can see in the industry where you're like, man, that person's like real effed up. Like, I'm not trying to hang out with them. I'm not trying to be around them. And then you see another person, you're like, that person's really effed up too. And you're like, wait, those fools are best friends. Like, I've seen this so many times, guys, like in this industry. And I'm sure it's like this in normal life too. But like, I've literally been like, man, that person treats people like garbage. And then be like, that person has such and such issues. And then all of a sudden I see these two fools, Mama Luke's, walking around and they're best friends. And I'm like, what in the world? Like, why is the industry like that? And and then you've been in sessions too. Like I've personally been in sessions where I'm sitting down and we start this track, we start getting vibes going, and then I'm like, yo, like what should we write about? What are you feeling today? And then somebody will be like, well, my boyfriend and I broke up. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's great content. Easy. Breakup, right? But the reason why we broke up is because he was really into breeding. What? She's like, yeah, like, we would go to like a Target and we would be like in the baby section or whatever, and he would just be turned on by that and then would want to try to get me to get pregnant and have a baby. And I'm like, so you want to lay down some melodies? meet this guy? Like, where did he come from? The underbelly of hell? Like, what is happening here? I'm just like, and then you have to be in this session and be like, okay, so like what, when you tell me this, what titles were you thinking about? Like, you want to call this song Breeding? Like, I have no idea. I'm just like, where are we going with this? Because this is something very specific that only a small percentage of people would understand. So can we twist it into something a little more universal? Like, help me out here. And it's just like, time and time again, that's like one story that I have. Like, I have so many stories of just people telling me the most random crap you have ever heard in your life. And you're like, how? How did you get there? How did you take me there with you? Because now I'm involved in all of this. But also, who are you hanging out with? Like, I don't think I know. I mean, maybe I do know. Maybe I do know. I mean, obviously I do, because now those people are people that I know. But I don't know anybody in my real close circle of friends that's into that. But maybe I do. And again, they're just in the shadows slinking around because I just don't really know their love life like that, I guess. I have no idea. But the industry just has people that are just into some just twisted stuff. And then they try to normalize it. They try to make it seem like, yeah, I'm into breeding, but don't shame me about it because that's normal. And I'm like, I mean, I'm not going to shame you, but I'm going to tell you right now that I don't know if that's normal. Because I don't think I've ever thought about that a day in my life. And I'm not fully normal, but I know from what you just told me, I'm a little closer than you. And I can tell you right now, I didn't even know what that term was. That person had to explain it to me. I said, what? I said, what were they into? Like, my knowledge of that realm and world is just so limited. Like, the most I even know is, like, furries. And I'm like, I don't know anything about that. I just one time watched a TLC episode, and this person was like, it was my strange addiction. And the person was like, I'm into furries. And I'm like, what in the heck is that? And that's how I found out about furries. But breeding? Absolutely not. This industry needs more people that have a light to them, and a light to them that's strong enough to not be covered. Because too many times you get people in the industry that are very insecure about themselves, and people gravitate towards things that can be controlled. A lot of things in the industry are power driven, and so when you're insecure and you're not strong in who you are and strong in what you believe, and also have surrounded yourself with people that will hold you up during the storm of certain things. Because a lot of times people will get out here and they don't have any support system, and so they may have started strong, but then when they move out here, they don't have anybody around them to be like, yeah, no, you shouldn't have been doing that, or no, you shouldn't have been partying with those people, or like, oh, yo, like, they had what there? And you didn't walk out? Well, no, I wasn't really in that room. Yeah, but you should have walked out because shady people are there. So, like, there's things like that the people that aren't really secure in themselves and strong in themselves, and then also have the foundation and the support around them to keep themselves in check, those people end up in the industry. And those people are very malleable. They're very, like, it makes me think of like Ditto from Pokemon, you know, like Ditto just conforms to whatever the other character is, right? And it's like putty. And when you come into this industry, you really got to have a wherewithal about yourself and really stand firm on not allowing things to be happening around you or in your presence, because that commands respect. And so I need more people like that. because I don't know how many more sessions I could take with people telling me their weird fetishes that they're into. Like, I just want to write a song about love or breakups. Like, please, somebody come and help normalize this industry. But anyways, that's Living Like a G. If you like this video, please share it. And I've got like Living Like a G on Instagram and YouTube, and obviously Anchor, which is attached to Spotify, podcasting, and all these different podcasting. But if you like any of this, please share it and go follow the other profiles. That would help me out a lot. And I'm so excited, but I'll see you next week.